Hi guys! Welcome back, it's Parsifal. I also go by Will, and I am back with another sketchbook tour. This is another sketchbook that I made, and I'm actually really proud of this sketchbook because I think it just looks nice. It's got a bunch of various papers in it, and I think the cover is pretty nice because I like how it's lined with two different sets of washi tape. And yeah, it's a bit longer than my usual sketchbooks. It is 16 sheets and 32 pages as opposed to 12 and 24 that I normally do. And I started this the 26th of April and ended the 30th. Now this is a part of all the smaller sketchbooks that I did at one time just to quickly get some stuff out so I could just concentrate on a larger sketchbook over a larger period of time. So do keep that in mind. But this sketchbook I really like because I felt like I was actually, and I know I say this every single time, but every single time I do a sketchbook where I'm actually trying to do new things, I feel like I get closer and closer to what I was missing out on with my last sketchbooks over the past half year. So I started with this picture of Luke because I haven't really done a lot of finished work recently. So I really should get back into that. I stopped doing it around the time I got into art school because finished work wasn't nearly as important as concept work, and I think I ran with it a little bit too far because I hardly ever do finished work in my sketchbooks anymore, and I really should because it's just nice practice to get back into, and it makes some of the pages look pretty nice, and I enjoy doing them. There's a couch study, which it's not the best because my ink wash was drying out. Oops. And then I actually took this sketchbook to life drawing with me. I started a life drawing class, and I've been putting some of my stuff into my sketchbooks because it's a nice thing to have in there, and I just like having some stuff in this instead of in like a big sketchbook where I'm doing a lot of learning and gestures. So this was like a very quick light and shadow study, and then I refined it on this page. This was a day that we came in late, so I got like the back, which is generally considered like the worst place to be in terms of like a pose for life drawing, but I actually liked it because I don't get to draw backs very often, and there was a fancy chair that I got to draw. So there was that. Then I did some hand and foot studies that were related to the pose the model was doing. She was in the same pose for about 2 hours, so I just kind of did what I could with it instead of just doing a full 2-hour pose because if anyone knows me, I do not like rendering, and I do not like long poses. So, I mean, that's probably my fault, and I should probably do more longer poses for life drawing, but work up to it. I have a quotes page here that I just taped a bunch of post-its to because I want to keep some quotes there in case I want to get inspired to draw some of them later. Then there's this page of Ellawood, my dragon, well, one of my dragons, and then I actually really like this framing of Rosalie. This is actually a sticker that there was a sticker inside it, and then it left this border around it, so I figured I could use that for something instead of just throwing it away. Then some Nero sketches of one of my new OCs, and then I started doing these like line list drawings that were based in like shapes and stuff like that. I just kind of went in with the pen and like did my best to make it the shape I wanted to, and it was pretty interesting. I don't really know how to feel about it, but I really liked this one. I tried some more here, and this one didn't turn out as well, but I really liked this TiVo as well. Yeah, it was really interesting to work with that, and I think I want to try doing that more a little bit later once I figure out some easy shapes to work with. Then I tried to do some more couch stuff. I feel like this is flat, and I need to have put some backing to that back of the couch. So at least I know where to go from here. And then try to draw my character sitting on the couch. Then some hand studies. And a small comic because I need to get back into doing some comics as well. So this was just sketched out to try and get back into it. Then some brush doodles. So I did actually, for these ones, I did put sketches underneath. So this is my character Trip, aggressively saying that they're cute. And then this is Vera from Monster Prom. And I started playing Monster Prom recently, and I really, really love it. Vera is my favorite character, if you could not tell from the 2 pages of sketches, since I don't usually do fan art. But I do want to actually try and get her good endings at some point. Then I have another picture of Luke. This was again trying that lineless style, though I did add some more lines to it sort of, and I had an undersketch here. I don't know how much I like it. I feel like I lost something by adding the outlines here to this top of the arm. I shouldn't have done that because it makes it look like it's just outlined, but I do like overall how this turned out. Then some post-it doodles of my character Trip, and this is my friend's character Blake. My friend's character Salem, and while I've borrowed him, he's not technically my character. I've actually been playing that new Hogwarts Mystery mobile game, and it's set in the same time period that my friend and I used to do a Hogwarts RP in, and it's the exact same years that our characters went to school. It started in like 1987 or something like that. 1984? Yeah, 1984. It started in 1984, so they were third years by 1987s, and so I decided to play as my friend's character Salem, because I could have played as my character, but my character's kind of stupid, and he's not nearly as interesting. So he was playing as Salem, and so I tried to draw some Salems. There's Trip again, and there's some more gestures. This is me trying to figure out, like, some basic brush pen stuff. So I just sort of went in with the brush pen, and then I filled them in later. I feel like I should try these again at some point, because I do think that I learned something from this, though I'm not entirely sure what. This is me doing that brush pen doodle again, but there is something different about these than I had with these, and I think I like these two better than I like any of these. So I need to go back and figure out how to capture what I was doing again. Then there's stuff with Matt. Some more Fate's Thread stuff with Elian and my friend's character Vio. They're both rabbits, so they got rabbit-themed weapons. They didn't get rabbit-themed weapons. They got carrot-themed weapons because that was the event reward for the group. But they're rabbits, so they're like, is this because we're rabbits? And it's not, but they don't know that. And my friend's character Mira, because as I said, I want to do some more finished stuff. I started trying to scrapbook stuff in here, and my original intention was to draw on top of it, but I couldn't bring myself to do that yet. I really need to, but work in progress. Some more Fate's Thread stuff for my friend's character Eros. And I started going in straight with a brush pen again, just to try to do some doodles. So here's some Marshalls. And some leg studies, because legs are weird. And then some Lukes. And again, drawing straight in brush pen is weird, especially since I was using my Pentel Pocket brush pen, which I don't usually use. I prefer a a Tombow, like, soft felt tip brush pen, because it has a little bit more control. It doesn't have nearly as much line variation, but I don't have the steadiest of hands in terms of using a brush pen, so it's a little bit easier for me to control. But then again, I really should have, I wanted to practice with my Pentel pen, because I just don't get enough practice with that, and I figured that it would be a good chance to just get some practice, and drawing straight in the brush pen is weird. And you can see that I slowly got better at controlling, because these are also with the same brush pen, but the line quality is a lot thinner. So these are some more just straight in brush pen Elians that I have, and Elian's very confused. And then a ballpoint pen doodle of Elian that I just finished off the sketchbook with. And I don't really remember why Elian wants to murder someone, but I figured that was a nice way to end that sketchbook, and it was a good opportunity to practice expression. But yeah, also I really like the effect the brush pen did here, because I feel like it makes it look more edgy, because it's very, it's very dryish, because I was drawing fast with it. But yeah, I think there was a lot of good in this sketchbook, and I think I got a lot out of it that I wasn't doing before. So I do think I am getting back to where I want to be with sketchbooks. And overall, I am pretty happy with the sketchbook. Not only is the sketchbook I'm proud of making, and I think looks nice, it also feels nice inside. So yeah. But that brings us to the end of the sketchbook tour. So as usual, if you like this and want to see more of it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I also have my Patreon in my description, along with all my other social media if you wanted to support me. On my Patreon for $1 a month, I do my monthly, my daily sketch uploads, where I upload all of my stuff earlier than anyone here gets to see it. So there is that. Nothing that I ever post will be behind a paywall, however. So, just to confirm. And yeah, thank you guys so much for the support. See you next time. Bye!